I mean, just look at them. They're beautiful beasts. Look at this little guy. And this guy's probably going to live to be 300 years old. These guys. Hey, Lionel. What's going on, buddy?
Is it me you're looking for?
No, it is not. You called me anyway, but now that you mention it, I'm actually looking for Powers. Have you seen him? We got this copyright issue we're trying to figure out. I actually want to use some of your music in my episode. I'm not quite sure whether that's allowed or not.
I sometimes see you pass outside my door.
Okay, dude, stop. I've told you a million times, you gotta stop calling me with this weirdo stuff. You're just weird, dude, okay? You're just weird.
Are you somewhere feeling lonely? Someone loves
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the program. It is Who's Number One, week number 9. A very good weekend we're coming off here. We had one day of UCI racing down in New Jersey at the HPCX. Some other good races around the country, but the main event that we will be paying attention to for this week's rankings was the Mud Fun Derby City Cup in Louisville, Kentucky. Let's get right to it. Your women's rankings this week. First up in number 16 this week is your Canadian rider, Magali Rochette. The young rider hasn't done much in the past few weekends except for some local races and, get signed by the Luna Chicks. No big deal. But it is what she is about to do this coming weekend that has me very excited. Makes her return to the top level of cyclocross, going out to the Jingle Cross events this next weekend. The young star, the future superstar of cyclocross. We're going to be paying close attention to her. Moving down in the rankings this week to number 6 is Katie Antonu, 8th and 7th in Louisville. We had said it. She was getting better and better and better and better. And then she got a boyfriend. One rider who did get better this week is Crystal Anthony, the Optum rider out of Massachusetts, coming off a great win last weekend at the CycleSmart International. Comes in Saturday to the Derby City Cup, the big day, the C1, and takes a huge second place behind Katie Compton. Holding strong to number 3 this week is Elle Anderson. Seems to be finding that consistent place with her form as a podium threat. She's still no Katie. She's still no Katarina. But overwhelmingly, every weekend now on the regular, she is that next best rider. Has a very strong weekend in Louisville. And in fact, her name is pronounced Elle Anderson. I know we made fun of it last weekend, but guys, think about it. It's E-L-L-E. Think of other words that end in L-E, okay? This does not say bicycle-y. All right? And this is not lifestyle-y, all right? But look at that cute little turd-elly. And finally, your top 2 riders this week. Number 2, despite her 2 commanding wins in Louisville, is Katie Compton. I know, but who did she beat? Okay, she beat everybody else except for your number 1 rider in North America, Katarina Nash. How the tables have turned. Just a few weeks ago, it was Katarina who was winning race after race after race, but did not beat Katie Compton. Now, we're a little bit flip-flopped. Love that battle. Love those 2 women. Love me some Cymet custom wheels. Moving on to your men's rankings this week in number, that's 20, which by the way is the absolute lowest spot on our rankings. It's the bare minimum you must do to be included in this show. And doing just enough to earn his way back into my heart and onto the list was Jeremy Duran. Had a pretty good ride down in Louisville, 11th and 10th. I mean, still didn't crack the top 10, but also didn't ride like a complete jar of peanut butter. A solid weekend, a solid effort. He's got 3 chances to do it again next weekend in Iowa at the Jingle Cross event. If he doesn't, you're cut again. You're dropped. You only get so many chances, Jeremy, okay? Don't let me down. Moving up to 15th this week in the rankings was Cameron Dodge. Excuse me. UCI winner Cameron Dodge took a huge first ever UCI victory on Sunday's HPCX event down in New Jersey. Was it a watered down field? Yes. Did he beat anybody of real significance? no, don't hate me if you were there, but come on, guys, it wasn't the best field ever, but that said, a UCI winner, that is a very elite club. You get like a gold membership card, there's a special lounge for you at the races with like free chips and bottles of water. Cameron, congratulations, you are in that club. Making his hairy-legged debut on the rankings this week in number 9 is Adam Craig. The Giant Factory rider shows up to Louisville, delivers with a big-time top 5 ride on Sunday. Like some of these other riders, will have 3 more chances to do just the same at Jingle Cross in just a few days. Look for Adam on a podium near you. And finally, your top 4 this week. We're going to do them all at once. Number 4, Ben Baird. Number 3, dropping down to number 3 is Tim Johnson. Number 2, with a win this weekend, is Ryan Trebone. And back on top, your number 1, let's give him the big number 1. Back on top, your number 1 rider again this week is Jeremy Powers. I've been trying to explain it every show I do. I don't know if it's they're on a level playing field. There's even parity, if that's the right word. They're riding in harmony together, like e-harmony. Like if these guys were all on a dating website and you were a woman and you look like you would have equal attraction to all of them. You would want to take them out to dinner at the same time and race bikes with them together, and you wouldn't know like who's going to end up being the one on any given day. That's how it was in Louisville. Jeremy took it, Ryan took it, Tim almost took it, Ben almost took it. Cyclocross in North America, in the men's field, at the top level. It's as good as it gets. And that is a wrap on week number 9, right here on Who's Number 1. If you guys haven't picked up on it already, we will be heading to Iowa City next weekend for the Jingle Cross 3-day event. We have a night race, we have a UCI C1, we have everyone in attendance. More good cyclocross stuff. With that, go ahead, have a good day, have a good night, have a good morning. Honestly, I look at the analytics here. There's a surprising number of you who watch this between like 2 to 4 in the morning. I'm not sure what you're doing up at that time. Specifically over here, maybe you started at like 9 or 10 with the Monday show, and the next thing you know, you've wasted 5 hours over here on the weird corner of the internet with me on Behind the Barriers, but I appreciate it. Go ahead, if you haven't already. Well, first of all, we got a new website, so I don't actually know where the button is, but find it. It's like a scavenger hunt. Find the like button and click it for a chance to win a show next week. I'll see you then.